Hello, welcome back to the video. Let's go through the usual, the index performance and then the stocks that was highlighted. So basically, let's take a look at the email this morning. Well, we can see the S&P 500 last night did not close very well, but it is not bearish yet. So it is below its resistance at 5325. And as I mentioned, the index is not bearish as yet. So let's see how the index will perform. So basically, you can see the uptrend is moving quite nicely. And generally, market is waiting for NVIDIA result last night. And NVIDIA result turned out to be fantastic. So we expect some breakout tonight. So if the S&P 500 can break out, then it will be another all-time high level. And the thing to look out for is that the next possible level could be 5350 or even higher. Anyway, all these levels are not tested yet. So we just keep a lookout and ride the trend as high as possible. Next, let's look at the Straits Times Index. So this morning's email highlights the continuous struggle of the index below its resistance. So you can see here the index will try to move lower, but then got pushed back up again. So it fought back off to close higher than the low. And of course, that forms a significant long lower shadow, which is very important because this is the key to signal that the buying pressure is still in the market. And the patterns, like I say, suggest some buying interest. And the most important thing that we are looking at is to break above 3323, which could signal for more upward movement and drive the index further higher. Okay, so if the breakout fail, it may lead to a consolidation or downward pressure. What we want to look at right now is that the index has tested 3323, and this is a very positive sign. And if the index can break out from this major resistance, we can do a quick projection where the index has another potential upward movement of around 60 points. And that is very significant, which is around 3389, which also confluence with the previous resistance, major resistance in the past. So let's see whether the index can do that. Next will be Hang Seng. So Hang Seng has traded significantly lower, as you can see from this long black candle. And yesterday, while we were enjoying our holidays, Hang Seng tried to rebound but failed. So it closed as a black candle again. And so the key challenges ahead is whether the index can rebound or reach lower to 18640 support level. So if we can reach this support level, this means that you are looking at it testing its previous resistance and support come gap, or immediately form a support level from here, from this so-called inverted hammer candle. So as I was trading Hang Seng this morning, Hang Seng was selling off like a hot cake. And it reaches the anticipated 18,600 level supports earlier, thereabouts, or rather coming close to it. So you can see it actually came down to the low of 18776. And we are looking at the slight rebound right now. And overall, the uptrend remains intact. It's just that if we can hold at support level, many videos ago, I mentioned that if the stocks hold at support and break resistance is bullish. If the stocks break support and hold at resistance is bearish. So if the stocks hold at support and break its resistance is bullish. Okay, so having said that, you can see that the index hasn't really broken its key support, which is right now at around 18,640. and we have to keep a close eye whether tomorrow or later it can actually close up as a white candle to suggest it can possibly rebound next week. So it will be a very key moment for the index to show us its bullish character going forward. Next, the email highlights Yang Zijiang, which I mentioned. Yang Zijiang is at confluence of support, and it has a chance to move and break out above 179, and the next resistance will be 187. So let's see where is Yang Zijiang. So Yang Zijiang started slow, but gradually gained momentum, and then it break out from its 179 resistance. And right now it is very close to its 187 resistance, which is fantastic. And this tells us that the technical signs that the chartist has plotted is a good one, and there isn't any bull trap in it. And for those who have vested interest, congratulations, right? We shall hope and see whether Yang Zijiang can hit 187 or even break out from there. Now, if you miss the opportunity, the next one will be looking out for 179. If Yang Zijiang can close at 183, 184 is fine. Then next few days, maybe see Yang Zijiang hit 187, then pull back to 179 and rebound from there. Then that will be your next trading opportunity. Next email will be on Hang Seng and STI only. Because that Tuesday I don't see any good trading opportunity, therefore I decided to keep a lookout. So that is just to highlight that email, just to highlight potential shift for caution where there might be some selling pressure for Hang Seng, and it did happen. So day by day, if you follow the email, you will know roughly where the market is heading. That is for Hang Seng. So Tuesday morning email, we already anticipated Hang Seng is going to come down, and you saw that earlier. And then STI bullish trend maintained. So we were just waiting for 3323 resistance to be tested. Next email is Singpost and Kaplan China. So Singpost has a bull flag pattern and needed a breakout above 49 to go to 54 resistance. And then we have Kaplan China, where it should break out from 69 to go to 72, especially there's a revival policy. I mean, the China market, China government trying to revive its property market. So Kaplan China may have hoped to recover further, especially now it's at a very rock bottom. So let's see the chart for Singpost. Did it break out from its flat pattern? So Singpost bullishly broken out from its flat pattern, and look at the volume, fantastic. So once Singpost cross above this resistance at 49.5, there's a high chance that you may hit 54 going forward. So let's keep a lookout how Singpost can perform going forward. Then Kaplan China. So Kaplan China, we see that it did not manage to break above its resistance, but it isn't that bad yet. The higher low remains intact. And let's zoom in here. You can see that, that despite this pullback, it hasn't come to this low. If you don't come to this low and rebound tomorrow morning, then there's a chance for it to break out and then start to move into the uptrend direction. So key level to look out for Kaplan China is 69, thereafter 72. The next email highlights Keppel, which mentioned the update. Okay, so you can see Keppel was trading at this downtrend line, and it seemingly broke above it, and it really need to cross 679, then it has a chance to go to 696. So let's see how Keppel perform right now. Keppel disappointingly did not manage to cross 679 resistance. Anticipated you will hit there, but it didn't cross it. and then it actually pulled back. So this is a bearish sign, I would say, because we can see that the resistance there, and I would like to plot a downtrend line over here, right? So when I say bearish means what? Means that if Keppel Corp were to break below this downtrend line and trades to 657 or even 651, then we may see the downtrend persist, and the counter may continue lower to 630. So this is what we don't want to see, especially for those Keppel shareholder. So hopefully Keppel can close at 670 and above, break out to form the infancy of uptrend, and then return to the path of uptrend. Okay, let's look at the next counter. So we have Marco Polo and SETS. So Marco Polo was on uptrend and stuck at 72 resistance. The indicators was highlighting there might be more potential upside, especially if you can break out from 72. And SETS is stuck below this resistance as 261 and 264. So SETS has a habit to pull back from resistance, and it's not bullish as yet because the resistance doesn't break. And then the key to look out for is the upcoming results, especially if before the result it doesn't touch 250 low, then there might be some glimmer of hope. Okay, so let's see whether SETS can stage a rebound back to 61, 261, break up from there, then continue higher. Next will be the Marco Polo. Yes, Marco Polo. Marco Polo, the resistance held strongly as it pulled back to hit the same low, 67. And this may lead to a sideway because same high, same low. Same high, same low, then potential sideway coming. So the so-called anticipated uptrend has to take a back seat for now. So we got to wait and see how Marco Polo moves in the future. And let's see where I'm stopping. iFast, First Resources. Okay, next, then SGX and ComfortDelGro, Kaplan Invest, and China Aviation. So iFast is quite disappointing because it was slated to rebound from here, but the rebound wasn't very powerful. It rebounded halfway and then started to pull back, and it's trading at this support level again around 707. And then we are looking at First Resources, resistance at 141, break out from there. Then we may see more upside towards 156. iFast, quite disappointing because I beg your pardon, just now I mentioned it trades at 707. In fact, today it breaks below already because now it's below $7. And the volume, although it picks up, but it's not high. And we have to keep a close eyes because if the selling persists below this 689, then it may warrant an action to exit the stock first before the more sell down happen. Okay, so currently iFast is pretty weak, and it's still a long time to its next result. So it may be quite a challenging moment for the time being. Then we have First Resources. So First Resources, we see the uptrend line here, and the counter has been holding the uptrend line quite religiously, and now it rebounds back to test high again at 143, 143, 144. So if it can break out, then the next movement should be towards 156. So keep a finger crossed. Keep your finger crossed to see whether the stocks can ultimately hit 156. Next email highlights the SGX, where I highlight the inverse head and shoulder breakout, and I go to projected level at 977. Then we have ComfortDelGro ascending triangle, and also mention the state of the market, where previously we see the tech sector is pretty weak, but the Hong Kong is running up because the Hong Kong has been up for almost the whole of April. Okay, and it is pretty strong. It was pretty strong. So let's talk about SGX, inverse head and shoulder, and see where SGX is, and then ComfortDelGro. SGX, we have a very strong breakout yesterday. Then I think currently it hasn't continued its momentum yet, but there's a good recovery because this morning there's some profit taking. And if the plan successful, it should hit 977 maybe in the next few weeks. Then we have the next one, which is sorry, let's see, ComfortDelGro. So ComfortDelGro ascending triangle negated. The counter has came back to this low, broken down the low, and the uptrend is over. The uptrend is over for now, and we can see the counter is moving towards a side or downtrend. When I say the uptrend is over for now, meaning to say the short-term trend is over. So the short-term trend could be a sideways or a downtrend, but the overall long-term trend remains pretty intact. And we have to see where what ComfortDelGro is forming next. So I'm not too sure why the market is selling down despite the result is going very well. It could be a rebalancing act, and then we have to watch after this rebalancing act whether ComfortDelGro can return back to its bullish momentum, and that will be an opportunity for you to catch. Then next one will be Kaplan Invest China Aviation. So Kaplan Invest, I mentioned here, nice hammer pattern in the 267 resistance may be tested. And then China Aviation, the higher low here, if it continues to push to 90 cents, it will continue its uptrend or form an ascending triangle. So Kaplan Invest, should be CapitaLand Invest. So CapitaLand Invest did break out above 271. So let's replot the line there. Yeah, 269 resistance breakout broken out, but this 2-day pullback, it could be due to the Fed meetings minute comment saying that interest rate is going to pause again, pause for whole higher again. Maybe there might not be any rate cut. You know, all these are just talk, just talk. Generally, you know the direction, where is it going, because although the inflation is quite sticky, but the US economy is not exactly holding up very well. It's getting bad. So basically, all these comments that you know, we might want to ignore, but anyway, the market, we cannot argue with them. It decided to sell off the property counter, so be it. So let's look out for more opportunity to buy at the low for NICI or CapitaLand Invest. China Aviation. We do not see the ascending triangle form. It goes into consolidation, sleeping mode. There isn't any things to highlight except that if it can go to the 90 cent resistance going forward, then we may see more potential upside. So the things that you want to look out for is that it don't come to this 84 low. Okay, if it doesn't come and test that level, then it's still fine. Okay, so thank you for viewing this week's video. I will see you again. Goodbye.